Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center for Draw 2 action at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. There you see the overhead of the building that we're playing this national championship in, and as you can see, we had some weather. My name is Al Cameron. I am joined again by Trish Bibby for tonight's broadcast, and we've got an interesting game featuring some veteran players out there. Team New Brunswick, skipped by Grant Odishaw. Team Nunavut, skipped by Peter Mackey. We'll run down the lineups for you that will be contesting this game. Nunavut coming off their loss earlier today against Quebec. New Brunswick playing their first game of this championship. Team New Brunswick skipped by veteran Grant Odishaw. The vice skip is Shaylin Park. The second is Sam Forrestal. The lead is Krista Flanagan. They play out of Curl Moncton. Team Nunavut skipped by Peter Mackey. The vice skip is Geneva Chislett. The second is Jeff Nadeau. The lead, Robin Mackey. And they play out of the Iqaluit Curling Club. And it should be an interesting game, Trish, tonight, based on the fact that we've got Grant Odishaw, one of the most veteran, well-decorated players in the history of New Brunswick curling, taking on a team that got some action this afternoon, probably got a grip on the ice, and we'll see how that knowledge of the ice against a New Brunswick team that's on the ice for the first time since practice this morning plays out. Absolutely, though. We have to remember what we saw this afternoon on this sheet, though. We are on sheet alpha, and we've noticed that there are some tricky spots on this sheet. We also saw that as the game progressed, there was a change in weight a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see if the teams catch on to that and how they react or maybe change their game plan when that starts to happen. New Brunswick will have the hammer in this draw, in this first end, as they take on a Nunavut team that has a lot of players who've got a lot of national championship experience, but if you're talking national championship experience, well, say no more. When it comes to Grant Odishaw, nobody in this field has more national championship experience than him. He has played and accomplished so many feats out of the province of New Brunswick. He's won 9 Purple Hearts, played at the Brier 9 times, 10-time New Brunswick Mixed Champion, including a National Mixed Championship in 1994, a 5-time New Brunswick Senior Men's Champion, played at the Olympic Trials. There's not much that he hasn't done, and it's great to see him back at the Canadian Mixed Championship. His last appearance at this event in 2020 in Quebec, in Saguenay, and he won the silver medal, losing to the host province, Quebec, in that final. So he's looking to take another step up that medal podium this week. Krista Flanagan. Okay. And it looks like that's going to be a miss. Just a little bit of an over-rotation. And it is Nunavut with shot stone, and up front. Peter Mackey will call for the center guard. Good start so far for Nunavut here, getting a miss and a make. Geneva Chislett getting ready to throw her first draw. Excuse me, Robin Mackey.
Whoa! Lots of room. That's actually slower than time-wise. So? Yeah, okay. And time-wise it is. Yep, lots of room. Okay, easy. Hey? Easy, so draw. Finish. 2:30. Okay. All right. And a short center, a short guard, and that'll give that shot stone some protection. Grant Odishaw will try and get around it. Good chance to learn draw weight early in this game. Trish, and as you know, Trish, that draw weight, you live and die with draw weight. Absolutely. And what these players are going to find out that it may not be consistent right across the sheet. So they need to learn that draw weight as quickly as they possibly can so that it's in their back pocket when they really need it. It's hanging out there wide. And it will just get through. Yeah, let's try that. Draw in behind, guys.
Yeah.
Peter Mackey electing to choose the other turn for their draw around the rocks that are in play. Attempting to read more of the ice. They did have a practice prior to this game. And as you know, that we continue to play and the ice will change a little bit as we go. This one's moving on them. Pushing hard to get around the pile in the front.
Somebody got to stay on with them. It's okay. Sorry.
So it's starting to build things up in front of the house, but New Brunswick can get one around it. But it looks like Grant doesn't like the look of those stones out there, so wants to make some of them go away.
Yeah, heel.
And this is Sam Forstall, the second for Team New Brunswick.
Krista.
They'd love to hold that shooter as a corner guard. It will spill out, but the shot stone is now exposed.
What do you like?
Try to come in behind again.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit heavy, right?
You want to try? Can you have a turn or you want to go here?
No, there.
Okay. Good normal.
Even if you tap ours, it's
Yeah.
Jeff Nadeau will take on that draw again.
Gonna have to help Peter the same way.
And he knows he was light. He's asking for some help from the skip.
Yep, all the way, ready. Keep going.
No, right to it again. Just a little late. Okay, Jeff. Good late. No worries.
Just a little light. Line was good.
6/8.
But Grant Autoshon not comfortable with leaving those rocks up at the front. He's going to take a run at them again.
I do like that Grant referred to he wants 6/8 of that rock instead of 3/4. I like the way that mind operates.
It's very precise.
Yeah. 12/16 will work too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heel.
Sam Forstall.
Curl.
Again, they'd like to hold that shooter. But it will remove all of the Nunavut granite, so wide open house except for that wide corner guard. I expect that
All right.
Peter Mackey will ask his Geneva Chislett to see if she can get around that. See, force the play here in this first end. All of this Nunavut team, they've all got a lot of experience playing at national championships out of Iqaluit. All of them have participated in a previous mix. All of them have played in a Scotties or a Brier. All of them also played in the club championships as well.
Oh my God.
Okay, guys.
That one's going to be a little light.
I met 3 of these players in my first national championship.
Later, Jeff. That's all. Nice weight, Scott.
What?
Extremely popular players too. They liven up a room. They're fun to hang around with. First look now at vice skip Shaylin Park.
I need to go touch.
Curl if you can.
5.
Curl.
5, 6. 6, 7, 7. Flying.
Weight should be okay based on what they're saying, their numbers, but I'd like to get this to move a little more though.
Players are using zones, so the T line
Did he say if I was inside?
through the house is 7, so 5, 6 would have been top of the house, was maybe a little bit deeper than they even had predicted.
We did notice that earlier today. This is a lively house, and rocks will keep skating.
They were sliding a little bit further than the players were thinking they would, yeah.
I get 6/9.
Maybe a little bit more this
More
time.
weight.
Curl, Robin.
More.
Robin, sweep it.
Freeze attempt here, I think, for Geneva Chislett.
Curling.
Yep. Line. Just top 8.
Whoa! So,
Yep, hard line.
Shot.
Just through, but very nice throw there by Geneva.
Same way. They just shot.
You want just a touch more?
Yep. Close, hack.
Okay.
Yep. More. good.
You want it right to it?
Yep.
I need to go touch.
Line's good. Straight.
Freeze attempt being taken on by New Brunswick.
Straight. Straight.
Keep.
Straight.
Head a little bit more, don't you?
Come on, guys.
Sam and Krista trying to drag that as deep as possible. Pretty nice throw, pretty good sweep.
Good sweeping.
Two other games on the ice here tonight at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. Manitoba taking on Prince Edward Island. Nova Scotia taking on Northern Ontario. Two former Canadian champion skips on the ice in that game. Paul Fleming for Nova Scotia, Trevor Bonneau for Northern Ontario. And we'll keep you updated on those games. And of course, you can go to curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard to get all of the scores as they happen here at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. A little more scheduled juggling. Fortunately, the Yukon team will not get here in time for its first game tomorrow, so that game will be forfeited to British Columbia tomorrow morning, but Yukon should be here for its game tomorrow afternoon against Saskatchewan. And we understand Jamie Cooey's Northwest Territories team will be arriving sometime tonight, so they should be good to go for their first game tomorrow afternoon. First look at Peter Mackey.
387, I am.
Peter throwing a counterclockwise rotation, attempting that freeze.
Yeah, hard all the way, guys. Looks really light.
But our sweeper's indicating to us it may not have enough steam to get there.
Just leave it now. Leave it.
And big opportunity here for New Brunswick to get another one behind that guard that was just thrown.
A fraction more.
58-year-old Grant Odeshaw about to throw his first stone of this Canadian Mixed Championship. And in speaking with Grant, wow, quite a bit of trivia there. And he grew up in Saskatchewan and moved to Prince Albert as a young'un, and in fact threw his very first curling rock right here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center.
No,
He did.
it's great.
And that started a career and he just took the hack with him. And I think we're going to have an official timeout as the hack came out.
Make sure, Sam.
Stuck to Grant's shoe, but meanwhile this rock is in motion and they're trying to drag it in there for second shot.
Yeah, I don't know if they need to fix it or what.
The hack came with me.
The hack came with me, it sure did.
I think if they just pop it back in the holes, they should be okay.
And Grant, that was might have had a reason to do why he was light on that shot. We'll have an official's timeout here. And ice technician Drew Rahorchuk will come out and do a quick fix. I think you're right, though. I think it's just a matter of sticking it back in the holes. But the hack on the left side, as you're looking at, if we could get a shot at the other end, you'll see the hack did come out, stuck to Grant's shoe. We'll listen to them talk.
Oh my God!
Yeah, clearly out there.
You'll see the replay here.
Yeah.
And there's the hack stuck to his foot. I gotta say, that is a first. I have never seen that before in my life, but
Sure. Somebody said earlier that they thought it was loose.
Yeah. That way in? Yeah.
Yes, one of my teammates said they thought it felt loose.
From here, it doesn't appear that it's caused any damage to the ice behind Grant as he threw.
Get the other one.
But as he said, there's Drew out, and he's gonna fix that up for us. Make those peg holes just a little bit deeper.
Never touched anything up there, right? No. Okay. Yeah, it was right there when I saw it too. It was like,
The same line, the same ground.
yeah, right up with him.
Yeah, you get a rethrow. You just have to have the same line.
so it appears they're going to give him a rethrow within the rules. See, they are drilling a hole. Drew Horchuk is doing some repairs, and that is a first.
Drew will be thrilled with this camera time that he's getting.
Yeah.
He probably wants to say hi to his mom while he's on camera there. So, hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, Grant Odeshaw will get a rethrow on that rock.
He'll test drive it first. He's just taking a practice slide to make sure the hack stays.
Better than it was, I guess.
Grant suggesting it might still be a little bit loose. Drew's going to have another look at that.
Maybe some duct tape. That fixes just about anything, doesn't it?
Anything. Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Glue.
Also good.
I didn't even
Well,
notice it.
I might suggest someone goes down to Home Hardware, proud partner of Curling Canada's Season of Champions,
But somebody said
to find something to fix that, because I'm sure Home Hardware will have just about anything to make it better.
Yeah.
For the record, Drew always jogs, not just when he's on TV, right, Trish?
Oh, yeah, solid
Yeah,
hustle.
yeah,
Well
yeah,
done. Yep.
yeah. That felt better, he says. All right,
Here we go.
game on.
All right.
You know, that probably would have been a really good chance for me to practice my telestrator skills.
A lot of firsts for Grant here at this Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center, but now we're back underway, and he will try that draw again.
Came out again.
And the hack did come out again, by the way, so
Sam's in if you have to go.
After cross. Yeah. Go.
I think it. Is it still loose? It's all over the place down there now.
Came out again, eh?
But it's not.
they're going to have to do some fixing here.
Same throw. Yeah. Something going on, yeah. Something going on.
There is the offending hack.
Come out, but not like that. No, not this often. No. Came out a little bit again. Yeah.
As far as hacks go, it does look a little embarrassed that it is falling out. Well, I can tell you from curling here on a regular basis that this is not a regular occurrence.
Like. Does it get thrown again? No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Got another one?
Here
Yeah,
comes
you
Drew
know.
again. A second appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it's big.
I don't think that's fair. What? No. Yeah.
Right through.
Another rethrow. That didn't come all the way out with him, though. That stayed where it was. Yeah. Inside.
And we'll see if they do grant another rethrow.
No.
Chief umpire Daryl Demick will come out and talk things over.
Put some water in. Put the thing down like crazy.
I don't know. Does it? I don't.
They do have another hack ready to go
I mean.
with a longer
Don't know if it would
pegs, it
affect the-
appears.
Really?
They're getting
I'm shocked.
Your line's good, just real tight. Nice and tight.
And there is some conversation about whether or not Grant will get another rethrow.
third time they'll get it right.
Yes, indeed. Here comes his rock.
I just don't know why that would affect it if his delivery fee was heavy.
And the hack did stay that time.
Where is it?
Curling guys are on their side.
And it really is the right choice. I mean, if the hack is coming loose, there's no question that it will affect your push and your delivery. And even if it didn't come completely out last time, it was clearly loose enough. So
Yeah, absolutely.
and they've pulled it out again.
Digging it out himself.
And if you're wondering, no, this was not an issue in the afternoon game this between Saskatchewan and Manitoba. It didn't pop out then. So
Yeah, it's so digs in.
and I don't recall any rocks hitting that hack either. Maybe during practice, but certainly not during that game.
No, we didn't have any hit that hack during the game.
Curling guard's got to be on their side, wouldn't it?
Line's good. Line's good. Whoa. Let's wait for it. Okay, man, that go.
So we're watching again.
Help. That go.
So Grant Ogdeshaw will make sure that that hack is in good working condition.
Hey, board's good. Don't want to hit this one, kick that.
Grant's asking the others if the hack moved when he slid out. So obviously he's not feeling anything under his foot, and I think they've reported back to him that no, that hack did not move on that last practice slide.
So Grant Ogdeshaw with his third throw of this first end, which words I've never said before. And find a chance to get around that corner guard. Trying to bring it in as deep as possible.
Right the eight. Come on. Right the eight.
And did not get it to the 8-foot. We'll see if they are, I think their third shot, Trish.
I do too.
Where's that coming in?
Third shot, and I would say they're at least half, if not 3/4 open.
Well, you got to throw down the air.
Hard.
Because you can't really.
Hard, all the way then. Gotta go. Hard.
What else do you have, really, other than curl in or something?
But we got backing back there, so I don't know if we're number 2.
Where?
Nunavut weighing their options, but looking to opt for the draw.
There is a port there on the wide side. You could maybe throw a clockwise rotation. I mean, not an easy port, but...
Are they 1 and 2?
Not an easy port, but with how straight we know that it's been running on that side of this sheet, with a little extra weight and some good sweeping, you could definitely squeak through that port.
I don't know.
Peter will take the...
Yeah, it might knock both hours out and yours still off, right? Back and we can drive the shot.
There is risk, as Jeff just pointed out to Peter, so with that going through the port. So they will draw. See if they can get half buried around that shot that Grant just threw.
And if they can line it up so that if New Brunswick happens to take a run at it, that it jams on the back, they'll be in a good spot.
Yeah, hard for line, guys. Really hard. Hard for line, come on.
Okay,
Hard for line.
Then die.
Hey, whoa. Let me on the other one, we don't want to touch it.
Got it all, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That will come up short, so it will be a draw for 2 for Grant Odishaw.
Okay.
A little should be a better speed on here.
Yeah.
As Grant, do you ever come down and try to come through that port?
Well, 2's better than 1. I think
Yes.
you take your automatic deuce here, don't you?
Sure.
But it's worth thinking about, isn't it?
It's been a wild end. I thought I should suggest it.
And Grant should have draw weight now after throwing 4 of them this end.
Yeah. 3 first rocks.
T. T.
Full 8 foot is
T back.
what he needs. And he will make it to the 4 just for fun, and will draw back into the 8, but it still will. Should be 2, but maybe there will be a measure. We'll see.
Looks a little lighter. Line's really good. Line's really good. Gotta be here. Gotta be here.
They will do the measurement. Just to add a little more time to what might be the longest first end on measure on record at the Canadian Mixed Curling Championship.
Perhaps.
As noted, 2 other games on the ice while we wait for this measurement. It is Northern Ontario's Trevor Bonneau jumping out into a 1-0 lead over Nova Scotia's team Paul Fleming. A steal of 1 for Northern Ontario in that game. And in the other game tonight, the debut for Team Manitoba, Team Corey Chambers out of my favorite town in Manitoba, Miami. Just like the other Miami, but not quite as warm. They are in a 2-0 lead over Prince Edward Island. PEI coming off a big win over Ontario this afternoon. And that PEI team skipped by Dennis Watts, playing out of Summerside. So the measure, 2 in the bank for New Brunswick, and looking for a possible 3rd point.
14?
I don't know if your eyes are better than mine, Ella. I couldn't read what was on that.
And it will be just a pair for New Brunswick, but solid start for the team from Atlantic Canada, and they will take a 2-0 lead into the second end when we come back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center, as we're still trying to digest what was a fascinating first end here between Team New Brunswick, skipped by Grant Odishaw, and Team Nunavut, skipped by Peter Mackey, and it ended up with Team New Brunswick getting the deuce.
What's he doing?
Up front.
And Nunavut will have the hammer here in this second end. Both teams struggle with draw weight a little bit that first end, Trish, which is to be expected in a first end.
A little bit, and we're noticing that these teams also have very different releases. Team Nunavut has a little softer handle. Team New Brunswick has a little bit more of a positive rotation on their rocks, and that's affecting how much they're curling as well, which is impacting the speed as well.
What are we trying to do? Is it 2 out, 2 far to be good? We need to put it in.
No, it's going to keep coming this way anyway. So.
We could swip it though.
We got it on.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't make.
Krista Flanagan, the lead for Team New Brunswick. She's a civil engineer at Stantec Consulting, involved in water resources, specifically the design of water and wastewater systems. One of 2 engineers on this team, by the way, Sam Forrestal, the second, also an engineer. Good draw weight there to the top 4. That'll give Krista a little confidence.
All right. Outside, I think right now.
Robin Mackey now.
Yep.
It's inside.
Let me get.
Right up, guys. Hurt.
She's missing.
Okay, whoa.
Sweeping hard for a piece at this point.
Yeah.
Great.
She's a native of Stephenville, Newfoundland and Labrador, by the way, Robin. In fact, 2 of these players for Team Nunavut. Peter Mackey, the skip, originally from Churchill Falls, Newfoundland, Labrador, and Robin from Stephenville.
4-5.
Line's really
Coming
good.
off.
Line's
Here's Sam
really good.
Forrestal,
5. We're almost do it. 5.
as New Brunswick is
Okay,
sitting a
we'll try
pair.
to freeze it. Stay close. Yep.
We're
Yep.
too
Played the
much.
last
Yep.
time.
We're
That's
too
okay.
tapping.
That's okay. That's okay.
Again, played last time.
Yep.
Sam's a provincial fire prevention officer for the New Brunswick Office of the Fire
She
Marshal.
did. Yeah, she had good weight.
And fun fact, was on the TV show Reach for the Top back in the day and won a national championship in 2011 with Kennebecasis Valley High School in New Brunswick. Here's Jeff Nadeau. By the way, Jeff and Peter, both fairly accomplished darts players. He and Peter have competed at the National Elks Darts Championship for 7 years, including 2 national championships right here in Prince Albert. So, the second time that Jeff is competing for a national championship in Prince Albert, for the first time in curling. Both target sports, though, I guess. So.
Yes.
But if Jeff or Peter challenge you to a game of darts upstairs or anywhere there's a dart board around Prince Albert, you might want to run away. I suspect they will school you.
T. 6. 5.
Brunswick looking to get a second stone in the rings.
5. 4.
Yep.
Gotta go. 3.
Get it to center.
Shaylin and Krista working as hard as they possibly can to drag that as far as they can. Grant Odisha indicating that he wanted it to be on the center line.
Or draw down there.
Yeah. Draw down. Yeah.
Draw there. Okay.
Call for the come around.
Let's start.
What is it? One?
I didn't do the math, Trish, but Team Nunavut is claiming
Line looks
that
good.
they are the oldest team in this field. Their combined age of 226 years.
Keep it straight up.
I will give them the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Keep it straight.
Okay.
It's too heavy.
It's over curve. Oh, we should have.
Will it stop in time?
Yeah.
And it will to sit shot, but it is behind the tee, so a little bit of an advantage still for New Brunswick in this end.
Slightly different thing.
New Brunswick's going to ignore that Nunavut rock that was just drawn into the house, and they're going to draw down on top of it, taking advantage of the fact that it is behind the tee line.
Shaylin Park, the vice skip for Team New Brunswick, she's a kinesiologist at CBI Health in Moncton.
Line's good. Full 12.
Reach should be on
Asked a
there.
lot of players about who influenced them as young players, and
Yep.
she said Grant Odisha. He was one of her first coaches, and in her words, he pushes me to be the best player I can be. And getting the opportunity to curl with Grant this week must be a very special experience for Shaylin Park. Sam and Krista trying to get this in for shot rock, but it still will be Nunavut.
Overcurl, right? So, yeah, you get from there.
Your line's fine. All you. Go then. No, I missed it. Yeah, go.
Nunavut making the same call, different thrower, but same ice, looking for a rock that's going to land above the tee line this time.
Geneva Chislett, she is the financial controller for the city of Iqaluit. And she and Jeff are both from Quebec. Geneva's from Cheverry, Quebec. There's Jeff Nadeau is from St. Paul's River. Fun fact about Geneva, and this might be the greatest fun fact I've heard. It's understood that you do not eat apples around Geneva. She's got a thing about the sound of apples, fresh apples being eaten. The crunchy sound. Nails on chalkboard, she said.
I had 2 apples for supper and I sat at the table next to her.
Oh boy.
Same as practice.
Did you not get the memo?
I didn't.
Uh-oh.
I don't mind this.
Well, if Geneva has a tough game tonight,
I feel terrible.
you'll take the blame.
I didn't know.
Well, now you know. Don't eat apples around Geneva Chislett.
Wow.
I digress.
Wait's all there.
I can't believe she shared that with you.
Wait's all there.
Now we've shared it with everybody.
Yep. Well, now though, there's no excuse for the entire country. Do not eat apples around Geneva Chislett, as it freaks her out. Is the word I got. That's the official word from Team Nunavut.
Huh.
Somebody coming off hurt.
So it still is Nunavut sitting shot, and Geneva Chislett, with no apples to be found, has a chance to sit 2.
Curls a lot, but she was.
I was later.
No, we haven't. No.
Maybe a bit
Oh
more.
yeah, you got more this time.
Wait, we might get a curl.
Whoa,
Lots
whoa,
of
whoa.
Needs a
Yeah,
curl.
was it? Gets sticky out there.
Definitely notice that it does not curl from the outside in as much as it does inside out. But getting this in for Shot Rock, boy, she's got some finish.
She does. Little less rotation and it's working for her.
Very, very nice shot by Geneva Chislett.
That's cheap.
Hack Ross.
Jackie!
Two different paths.
Grant and Shaylin discussing their options.
I don't think we can. Can't see enough.
You might need to
That's
carve
all
it
I
in.
need.
Just crossing the center line's good.
If you like that, I like it.
Yeah.
Grant's gone down to the middle of the sheet. He's having a look at how much of that opposition stone he can see. And they have decided that they can see enough to take a run at it. Grant's going to throw it counterclockwise.
Double.
Okay, you got it.
You know, what we saw in the game earlier today, I'll remember that if teams kept their weight down a little bit, you know, a little softer weight, they had more success with these types of shots. We'll have to see what kind of weight Grant throws here.
It's good. Sam.
Trying to get this to curl some.
Sam, curve it.
See if they can get the double, but boy, that's hard for a piece. And they do get a piece, but still is Nunavut with Shot Rock.
Yeah.
They got some of it, not none of it.
Bring it in around.
Try it again.
Yep. See if you can.
Peter Mackey preparing to throw his first stone. And he too is going to throw that counterclockwise draw.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Peter is the general manager of the Uksuk Corporation. And the Uksuk Corporation is responsible basically for all fuel in Iqaluit. That's
Well, as the curve
automobile
over,
gas, diesel
it's
gas,
up
jet
there.
fuel, aviation.
It
If it's fuel you
really
want,
heavy.
the Uksuk Corporation is in
Slow
charge of it,
down,
and
though.
Peter is the general manager.
Looks like it's really heavy.
It does. Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
That was. Yeah.
And that will be dragged through to the back of 12, and
Just through though for 12-8. Like,
that's going to hang on as a biter at the back, but Nunavut still does have shot, but now a big chance here for Grant Odishaw to tuck one in.
Bird, help us, Scott. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Try to bury it. Keep going. Keep going.
Alright.
Okay.
I had a 13-5
Even
on.
those back button, it's not bad.
Okay. I had a 13-5 on his
See the line back
first.
four.
On his first. Yeah,
Just
on his
behind
first.
T-line.
We might have to go.
6. 5, 6. 5, 6.
Wait,
Grant
slide
Odishaw
a
with
bit.
his last rock at the second end, looking to draw.
See if they can get a little curl so that it buries a little bit.
Yeah, gotta get a piece under, Sam.
Keep going, keep going.
Keep going. Hard.
That's a pretty good finish, but we'll see how much they can see. It's just a sliver buried, it looks like,
Yeah, you gotta
Trish.
try to hit it on this side.
I don't know if we can hit it enough. You don't want to knock ours. We can give them a bunch, right?
Problem is the
Yeah, but you
jam.
gotta stick around for shot.
You hit our yellow, and then you give them a bunch.
You gotta still
now,
stay,
give up
you
one.
gotta still stay in here.
The jam is the problem here, isn't it, Trish?
Oh, absolutely. If you happen to get a little bit on the outside of it, if it doesn't curl for you, and all of a sudden you drive it onto your own, you could give up a whole basket full.
If you're playing for one,
You'd have to get really.
it's there, but they're looking for a way to get two, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, as long as you stick.
Yeah, you stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That call?
It's going to be a risk versus reward analysis at this point.
You can see that angle there. It's probably about, I don't know, a 16th buried that I think it's tough to get the nose, but I think they're going to take a pass at it, Trish.
I don't know that it is tough to get to. Watching Peters throw, again, if they have that soft weight and they're able to control it with their sweeping, it might be worth it.
Big opportunity here for Nunavut to tie this game.
All right, buddy. I get again.
Whoa, got a curl. Get it the other side, maybe.
That's going to have to curl quite a bit.
Yep, yep.
They're going to now see if they can pick it, I think.
Yeah, we're playing the audible.
Oh, well, they will get the one the hard way,
Yeah.
but it is a point for Team Nunavut. And they will get on the scoreboard, and it will be New Brunswick that takes a 2-1 lead and last rock advantage into the third end when we come back right after this.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan, cold enough.
We are back at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center, and before we go any further, let's throw Trish Bibby some love for the joke that clearly went right over my head, but it was a good one. I just didn't get none of it.
No, not even some of it. No.
I've been on the road for 13 days. Did I mention that? I'm a little dozy, but...
Oh.
Anyways, third end action underway here at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship Sunday night in Prince Albert at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. And it is Team Grant Odishaw of New Brunswick with a 2-1 lead with hammer over Team Peter Mackey of Nunavut.
T-line or deeper?
Talked about this Odishaw family that Grant obviously has won a Canadian Mixed. I believe he's playing in his 10th Canadian Mixed Championship, but his brother Terry, no stranger to the Canadian Mixed and playing for New Brunswick. In fact, Terry skipped New Brunswick in 2005, the last time that the Canadian Mixed was played here in Prince Albert. And that event, of course, won by Mark Nichols from Newfoundland and Labrador. Mark, of course, playing with Team Brad Gushu and winning gold at the Pan-Continental Curling Championships in Calgary earlier today, and congratulations to them. And of course, congratulations to Team Carrie Anderson from Gimli, Manitoba, winning the bronze medal at the Pan-Continentals.
Got room?
So, a couple of medals for Canada in international curling competition today.
Okay.
And Canada obviously off to a great start to this season as Team Jean-Michel Menard, who won the Canadian Mixed last year in Canmore, Alberta, won the World Mixed Championship last month in Aberdeen, Scotland. And it's an interesting bit of history that can be made this week if Quebec wins its third straight Canadian Mixed Championship. Felix Asselin and his team from the Glenmore in Montreal here, and looking to give Quebec 3 in a row, and that would be 3 in a row with 3 completely different lineups, and that has not happened at a Canadian Curling Championship of any level since 1931, when 3 straight teams from Manitoba won the Brier, all with different lineups. Of course, this streak started in 2020 at Saguenay. Jean-Sébastien Roy won the Canadian Mix that year, and it was J.M. Menard last year, and Team Asselin looking for 3 in a row for Quebec.
That's sweet.
Right, game on in our feature game here. Robin Mackey put up the guard, and then she drew around it beautifully. Krista Flanagan did the same off to the side.
Where is it, Robin?
Where is it?
Jeff being asked to come around both of Robin's rocks.
Jeff, by the way, he's the manager, a manager at Canadrill Inc. in Iqaluit.
Get a little tap.
Yeah, that's what I want.
A little tap. Bigger tap.
Bigger one.
Not quite enough weight, but they are celebrating that they've got a slightly bigger wall now.
Play the intern, Sam.
You might get some drag effect here and see if they can get that shot out of the rings as well. And hold the shooter as a corner guard. That's the idea for Sam Forrestal, the second for Team New Brunswick.
Sam's been asked to throw some heat here to move these rocks.
They want to get across the face. I'm not sure it's going to, but there should be some action on the high. Not quite.
Ooh, that was close.
Good try, though.
Let's go, Jeffrey.
What do you like? Or
Yeah,
try
we can do
drying
that. If
here.
I'm short, it's fine.
You can dry it here.
That's the plan.
Nunavut playing this end
Yeah,
without the
drop.
hammer,
Then if you just tap it, right?
Yeah.
electing to tap their own stone back a touch.
What's that, Robin?
Lots of room.
Might be a little sticky out there. Sticky out there.
Definitely.
Sticky out there.
Needs help, Pete.
Let me go. Just keep it straight.
Hard all the way, guys. Hard all the way. Hard all the way.
Trying to drag it as far as they can. See if they can get into the house. It will come up short, but a little more protection for the shot stone. Still exposed, though.
How much you got?
Put me on the nose real quick.
I don't want to push the 4 in, though. Could get rid of all of these. I like that. Peel. Right here, Sam.
Looks like lots.
Again, Sam being asked to clear some of these rocks off of the front.
Yeah, go. Really curling.
8.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Okay.
Whoa.
Not enough.
That'll move some granite around, but none of it's still sitting shot rock.
What happened there?
Cleaned up the front.
Halfway tight. Not high.
I think so, too.
We
A
don't
lot
want
different than the
to.
other
We don't
one.
want to hit that rid over on the other side.
Good.
Tap it.
You like this?
Yeah.
Kind of weight.
Nunavut looking at hitting that red rock that is in the house. Probably a little bit of scoreboard control more than anything else. Rocks that aren't in the house don't count. So if they can get rid of this and then roll over, it'll force Grant Odeshaw to look at that shot rock.
You're gonna have to work, I think, to get it by that guard.
What happened?
Nice outcome is if they can roll that on the rings.
Or even bump that guard over.
Good call. Strike, Geneva.
Not a bad leave. It's a usable rock later on.
Those two yellow guards are also separated, so if Nunavut needs to use them to run something back to clear out the house at some time, they can.
Hit and roll, I think, is the call here. Shaylin Park looking to go across the face and get behind those yellow guards.
10-5, 10-7. Touchdown. 11. Hard Sam, really hard, push it.
Hard Sam.
Push it.
Trying to hold this so they can keep the shooter in play.
Hard. Almost got it.
Man, I wouldn't sweep that hard either, thinking that you had the shot already made.
Will roll out of the rings, but
Okay, no, you see, or
first part of the job was to get rid of that shot rock, which is done.
Take roll.
That ice good?
And that rock did touch, as you see, the official telling Grant to take it out of play. So it is shot stolen for New Brunswick. Geneva Chislik will take on the hit attempt and see if they can get a little roll.
How is it?
oh, shoot.
Pretty good shot there.
You like this or this?
A hit and a stick, they were hoping for the roll, but they hit first.
Kind of like this. Just control.
10.5.
So 10.5 refers to the number of seconds between the hog lines, with 9 seconds being your average, or what we might call a normal hit. Anything higher would be slightly slower, so a 10.5 would be a softer weight.
Touch more.
Sam. Curl.
Asking Sam on the outside to see if he can
Hard curl. Hard.
carve it in a little bit. I'd like to have this rock counting on the rings, but I think it's going to stay on the outside and out of play. So a big chance here for Nunavut to use those two yellow guards and perhaps get one behind and force New Brunswick or even get a steal themselves to tie this game.
Seems a little sticky, the ice or something. Yeah. Weird,
Geneva Chislett holding the broom for Peter Mackey.
Go, Landon, go. Good.
Peter's got 4 Purple Hearts representing Nunavut.
I think the temperature's warmed up out.
Last 4 Briars, as a matter of fact, played for Nunavut.
Yep.
Gonna go for line.
Yeah, you gotta go for line.
Trying to hang this out.
Okay,
Whoa, got lots of room. Hold it for weight. Yes, Robin, use it for weight. Yes, for weight. Come on.
Just haired by that guard, and it will get on the rings.
Draw around with the out turn. So they just gonna try to sink it.
Robin and Jeff dragged that in, and it's counting. And decision here for New Brunswick.
And just leave them this and then try to tap them out for 2. Because it's hard to bury around that one.
Nunavut's rock that's in the house is hanging out a little bit, but Grant Odeshaw electing not to go after it. He is going to draw. Chances are he's likely going to have to draw on his second rock as well, so best to get a little practice in if you can.
We can't bury around here, but we might be able to bury out here.
There you see the rationale. Or hear the rationale.
A little better?
lots of conversation about how much their rocks are going to curl or not curl. And I think that's impacting what shots they're calling.
Well, I think you pointed it out earlier too, Trish, and just dramatically different deliveries and releases for these two teams. And it'd be hard for New Brunswick to get a read off the way Nunavut throws and vice versa. So
We gotta go.
5. Lot of room.
Hey. 4. 5.
definitely a wider line than's been taken on in this game by either of the two teams.
Running.
7.
And it's
7,
running
8.
out there. I suspect maybe they were fooled a little bit. They thought the ice might be a little fresher, a little heavier out there, but it wasn't.
And that will slide through the back.
I think it's in. Put our front ones in. Try coming in again and then tap out.
Not too much. Yeah.
I'll take a little more.
Right here?
Yeah.
Or more?
No, yeah, no, more. Nope, yeah.
They're biting at the back? They're biting at the back?
No.
No? Okay.
So the draw will be taken on by Peter Mackey.
Just put them on. I'm going to give it a little more weight too.
Okay.
He should have a pretty good idea from his first one. Same line, just 4 feet more, and he's solid gold here. And the way his rocks finish, I think that you can get it buried behind that short one that's just biting the 12 foot.
For sure, he has taken a little bit more ice than he had on his first one.
Keep it moving.
Too heavy.
Did he add too much weight
Way
though?
too heavy.
Robin seems to think so. And that will go through the back. So, does Grant go for the peel or does he take his one?
They already have.
He will take a single point. Or attempt to take a single point.
Ice is just too straight to play the deal.
Yeah.
I just don't see enough.
Okay.
Take her one.
Okay.
Draw for one for Grant Odeshaw.
4. 5.
Krista.
Running.
Krista.
Running. 5.
Take a look.
Easy. Easy. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Did they leave this too long?
Cheering each other on.
Got it there, and it is going to be a single point for Team New Brunswick. They will take a 3-1 lead into the fourth end when we come back right after this. We are underway in the fourth end of this evening draw, the opening Sunday of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship here at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center. And it is Team New Brunswick, skipped by Grant Odeshaw, 1994 Canadian Mixed Champion, into a 3-1 lead after taking a single point in that third end. Nunavut hanging tough though. They will have hammer here in this fourth.
In.
And it is New Brunswick with the short guard. As Robin Mackey will try and get around it. And then Nunavut will try and force the issue. See if they can get their 2. Go into the fourth end break with some momentum. Quick update on the other games going on tonight. Team Northern Ontario, Team Nova Scotia in a 3-3 tie playing the fourth end. Nova Scotia with a 3 in the second end. And then Northern Ontario coming back with 2 to tie it in the third. And Manitoba taking 4 in the third end to jump out into a 6-2 lead over Prince Edward Island. Reminder, you can get all the scores all the time on curling.ca/scoreboard. Curling.ca/scoreboard.
5. Got room. Got room.
Make sure.
You got room.
Sam.
And Trish, we're glad to be back here in Saskatchewan after a wonderfully successful Tim Hortons Canadian Curling Trials
Come on, you got a good
last
one here.
November, December at Sask Place.
Straight to the four,
What an
Sam.
honor for Saskatchewan to host that event. I think it really showcased the capacity of our province, our volunteers, everybody that was involved.
Yeah, it was a really good atmosphere at the SaskTel Center as we saw Team Gushu and Team Jones win those trials, get a chance to represent Canada at the Beijing Olympics, but more importantly, it was just wonderful to have fans back in the building. It was a great patch, and what a great group of volunteers in Saskatchewan, always for events that we bring here to this province. And looking forward already to the 2023 Canadian Mixed Championship, which will be down at the south end of Saskatchewan, hosted by Swift Current. And it is, in fact, the Sean Meacham team that's playing here as Team Saskatchewan this year in Prince Albert. They will be a major part of the host committee for next year's event in Swift Current.
Yep.
Did you ask them what the weather would be like?
Well, the bar's set pretty low,
I know, but
it'll be better than here.
they might
No
have
guarantees.
wind, though.
No guarantees. Sam Forrestal now.
I think we gotta go. 4.
Straight.
5.
Straight.
Staggered guards in front of the house, and a great opportunity here for New Brunswick to put on some pressure.
5.
Get a couple in that
Straight.
4-foot area.
Line's really good. Straight. Straight.
Gonna have to work here though, Krista and Shaylin, to get it into the house. It looks like it's just gonna come up short. But that is a pile of granite that is a good wall if you can get behind it.
In the front.
Peter Mackey sees the concerns there, so he wants to move some granite.
That's 2 rocks we've seen come up short. I'm wondering if there's been a little change in the speed for them. Jeff throwing some heat to move some granite here, clear a few things out of the front.
Shot.
That's a great shot.
Well done.
Huh?
Left a corner up, left him yellow out in front that could be used later. Grant's tapping his foot, wondering what should
Freeze.
I do? Likes the freeze.
I think. Yeah. Four.
Line's good. You got room.
3.
You got room.
4.
You got room.
Sam Forrestal attempting the freeze. His sweepers indicating that it's a 3 or a 4. Now a 3. A 3 might be just in front of the house. A 4 might be top 12.
5.
Yep. Get a piece under.
Might get a biter. It should be full.
That's good.
Wow, it just slides forever. I keep getting surprised, but I should stop being surprised. The rocks really slide nice at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center.
You want you to do
Great ice put together by
Yeah.
Ryan Rahorchuk and his crew here in Prince Albert.
Red, you're going for the. Can I get a double if I hit the outside?
Yeah, if you hit this, what you see of the red, both are gone.
Okay.
There's the call. See if they can get the double.
Oh, the girl's out there.
Yeah, gotta come back big time. I don't know if it's gonna come back.
Did you get one of them?
Back one.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, make one go away. That's not a terrible result at all.
Nope, that's better than a flash. That'd be a tough shot to make if you called it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't mind the same thing.
Grant Odeshawn knowing that he needs another rock in the house to put the pressure onto Peter
Just,
Mackey,
top four weight,
but
or top one
again,
weight,
contemplating
maybe
which
the
way do they come at that.
Six, seven.
Third rocks now in this fourth end, Shaylin Park.
7, 8.
8, yeah. 8, little hot. 9.
It's around.
9.
9 indicating that it's in the back of the house.
When the numbers get getting bigger, that tells you it's deep, and there,
8,
that's closer to an
9,
11, 10, 11. Yep.
Yeah.
It's in play
You
though.
want to try that again? The other option's draw in, but or run the
You
yellow.
can hit that,
Let's try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
even if I hit my own. Or hit our own.
Yeah.
David Chislett now. Seeing if they can move that shot stone. They'd love to keep the shooter around though.
Line's good. Whoa.
Yes!
It's got a chance. Might just feather that. Oh,
That's going.
unlucky break there for Nunavut. That rock will stay in play, but now it is New Brunswick sitting 2. No guard though, and they will try and guard their shot rock. Interesting dynamic on this New Brunswick team. So much experience at that skip position.
3, 3,
And the other 3,
3, 2.
not a lot of junior or any kind of national championship experience at all. In fact, I believe only Sam has played,
Whoa, Krista,
or pardon me, Krista is the only one who's played at a national championship. She was at the 2011 Junior Nationals playing for New Brunswick, but Sam and Shaylin both wearing the New Brunswick jacket for the first time in their careers.
You got more of it now, eh?
That's a big deal to wear your provincial colors and that, and represent your province with that symbol on your back.
Okay, you want to throw just
That's a big deal.
Wonder what Grant's done with all his uniforms. 25 national championships he's attended.
I thought that was normal.
He's
Probably got a few.
Same thing.
Nope.
Back one.
Seeing if they can get one of those rocks out.
Get a good piece.
That should get the job done. Or will it? No, it will not.
Not quite.
She said, you're at a dangerous height for me to be this cold. Oh, that
Well,
was
Trish,
fun.
you talked about playing for your province. You've done that before, of course, at the club championships. And imagine putting on that Saskatchewan green. I bet you the first day you got the uniforms, it must have been pretty special just to see that, knowing that you were going to wear one.
It was huge, and you know, in 2011 here in Saskatchewan, the placard on the back was actually stitched, like it was a patch that got put on top, and the thing was heavy. And I remember picking up the jacket and feeling the weight of the jacket and almost the weight of the province as you were taking it with you to that national competition. I thought, is this going to throw off my throat? No, it wasn't that heavy, but it was huge. Putting it on for the first time, knowing that you had earned the right to represent the province of Saskatchewan.
Okay, you're good. Hey, gotta go a little bit for weight.
Top button.
Gotta go. Gotta
Draw to sit 3 now for New Brunswick.
Okay,
A
good.
little deeper than they wanted, but
More opening than Geneva's was.
partially buried.
Bump it back.
But I think he's got to draw that.
Peter's first rock, they definitely need to move this one that's sitting on the tee line. They need to bump it back a little bit.
Zero tap.
He leaves his own guard out there. No, I think it's going after.
Missing it
I
like
think the
did.
inside roll's actually there. That's a long enough guard. I would think that you might, with the right weight, be able to get across the face.
Yeah.
No more, Geneva.
We'll see what kind of weight Peter throws. I missed. I didn't hear what he's thinking.
No,
Based on that broom, he's not throwing a lot, which would make sense. You can see from that angle,
Yeah.
maybe a third of a rock that he can see
Well,
from the hack.
opens it up.
Should be more than enough. Like I said, that's a long guard, so
So I would think about back line weight.
Call the line for us.
Whoa, way out there.
might have got a little wide of the broom.
Anything?
Yeah, this back one, that's all. Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe not.
No.
Just feathers by the back one, so it will be a miss and a chance now for New Brunswick to sit 4.
If New Brunswick manages to weld another rock on the one that's already sitting there on the tee line, Nunavut's going to have not much else other than a counterclockwise draw to the pin.
But there you see, that broom is practically in the same spot for a draw that it was for Peter's hit. And again, we have noticed that the rocks tend to curl a little more from the Nunavut releases, but Grant does not expect this stone to throw, and there you see a good positive release. But even that is quite a ways out wide. That sure slid. So a little deeper than they'd hoped for, but it is New Brunswick sitting 4, and Peter Mackey's got the same shot he threw in the first one, and it was no gimme.
Right there?
We're getting up through, right?
Or you want left?
No, I don't think.
But throwing the same shot, the same turn down the same path has to give him some confidence. He likely knows what went wrong the first time, and he's not going to make that mistake again.
Reminder, we will be back on the air tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's 11 Eastern. We'll have a game between Northern Ontario, Trevor Bonneau, and Team Manitoba, skipped by Corey Chambers. 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 Central, and here is Peter Mackey's last shot.
Oh my God, really heavy.
A little heavy and a little wide is the call from Geneva Chislett. They'll try and get that back one and see if they can hold on and limit the damage. It is a double takeout. I think it's going to be a steal of 2, though.
I think so too.
And it will be 2 for New Brunswick. And Grant Odeshaw's team from Moncton will take a 5-1 lead into the 4th end break. The teams will take a break. We will too. We'll be back after this to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Center.
Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities. To freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Sure, it can be a bit uncomfortable at times. You're going to have to do some shoveling, scrape some ice off your windshield, and you're definitely going to need to wear a toque, but that's all part of the fun. It's about dressing right and preparing for the adventure. So bundle up and embrace the season. Saskatchewan, cold enough. Saskatchewan is cold. So cold that you'll often hear locals ask each other, is it cold enough for you? The bold and brave, they'll already know the answer to this question. Saskatchewan is cold enough. Cold enough to cover our land with new possibilities, to freeze time and place and create long-lasting memories. Cold enough to make us appreciate the warmth of others and bring our communities even closer together. Saskatchewan, cold enough.
Welcome back to the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Centre. It is Sunday night action, draw 2 at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. I'm Al Cameron, joined tonight by Trish Bibby for this showdown between New Brunswick, skipped by Grant Odishaw, and Nunavut, skipped by Peter Mackey. And we're going to make you coach, Bibby. And we're going to ask you what you might have told these two teams at the fourth end break. Let's start with Team Nunavut, down 5-1.
Well, Team Nunavut, you know, again, being down on that scoreboard, that's going to be hard on your psyche. It's going to be, you're going to start to analyze what you're doing during that break. Is it my throw? Is it the ice? Might be the rocks. Maybe we should switch rocks. I don't know what's going on. If I were the coach of Team Nunavut, I would go out and I would focus on what's going right. What has worked for us? What are our strengths? What can we count on happening for us so we can start to generate some of those points?
Team New Brunswick, I mean, a 5-1 lead, full value for that 5-1 lead, even though they had a little bit of a slip-up in the first end when Grant essentially broke the hack. But obviously a solid start. Not too much to quibble with as a coach, I would suspect.
No, I don't think so. Sometimes I call those granola bar and juice breaks. You know, you're going to take that snack, you're going to hydrate and get a few calories into you so that you can take on the next 4 ends. But if I was Team New Brunswick, I'd also be talking about, okay, what has Team Nunavut been doing? Maybe where can we press their buttons a little bit? What strategy can we use to put them into a position where essentially they might even hurt themselves?
You know, it's an interesting dynamic, too, because on paper, this is a game that New Brunswick should win. And this is kind of something that we were talking to Team Brad Gushu and Team Kerry Anderson last week at the Pan-Continental Championships in Calgary when they're playing some of the countries that don't have such a rich curling background, Hong Kong, Chinese Taipei, Australia, New Zealand, games that Canada should win, and how do you go in and approach those games? And pretty consistently they were talking that you just got to keep playing your game and don't think about that. You got to focus on your performance, and I think you're right too that there's chances here, but I think New Brunswick probably doesn't want to get out of its game plan either, and because they got to keep they got to play to their strengths too.
That's true, and really the worst thing you can think is that you've got this in the bag.
Absolutely.
A little different path. Whoa, Sam. Straight. Are you bring her around?
Quick update on the games. They have the games on the ice tonight. It is Nova Scotia's team Paul Fleming from Halifax. They're up 4-3 now over Team Trevor Bonneau of Northern Ontario. They're in the 5th end. Northern Ontario does have Hammer. And in the other game tonight, it is Manitoba, Team Corey Chambers from Miami, Manitoba. Now up 7-2 over Prince Edward Island. PEI won its earlier game today. Dennis Watt's team from Summerside won their game against Ontario, but now Manitoba up 7-2. And a reminder, we will be back for the 3rd draw of this Canadian Mixed Championship tomorrow morning, Monday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern. And we will see this Northern Ontario team skipped by Trevor Bonneau. Trevor, of course, won the Canadian Mixed Championship in 2019. And they will be taking on the Corey Chambers, 2017. Let's get it right. Let's just keep going backwards. They will be taking on Team Corey Chambers of Miami, Manitoba. That's at 10 a.m. Central, 11 Eastern, here on Curling Canada's YouTube channel.
Line's good.
Sam Forrestal being asked to draw into the house with his rock.
4, 5, sliding.
Yep.
Again, 4-5, but then following that up swiftly by it sliding. So again, seeing that after the hog line, it's not digging in and slowing down as much as they think it might. It's sliding a bit.
Nose gets close.
Good.
Little surprised maybe that they're playing the hit. You might want to just get a rock on top of that, maybe move those around. I think rocks in play are not a bad thing for Nunavut as they're trying to come back in this game.
They're a good thing if you're trying to generate some points. You need a few places to hide.
Come on, curl back.
Sometimes rocks in the house can also act as catchers if you're trying to generate points in an end.
They will get one out, and the other rock ends up in a decent spot from a Nunavut perspective behind the tee line, but it is rock in hand for New Brunswick, and they will try and go behind that corner.
Straight.
New Brunswick needs to be a little bit careful with this rock. You don't want to pull it too deep because then you leave the opportunity for Nunavut to draw down or freeze down on top of that.
4,
Hard, guys.
3.
Maybe after that last throw, sliding a little far, Sam maybe pulled the string on this one, and it's going to wreck on the guard and come up light.
Do you like come in here?
Yeah, let's try that. Got to get something in there.
Yeah.
And there you hear Jeff saying we got to get something in there, and he's right. With Hammer, they'd like to score at least 2 this end.
Yeah, Robbie.
Hard, guys. Right up.
Have a look.
Looks good. Keep going. Keep going.
Rob Mackey and Geneva Chislett working hard to keep that rock moving, keep it away from the guard.
That's a pretty nice shot. 2/3 buried. Good weight, good throw from Jeff Nadeau. Still is New Brunswick sitting shot.
Forward weight. You can take ours. It's okay.
So Grant Odishaw calling for board weight, meaning that he wants it to be heavy enough just to hit that back board, give it a little nudge. So much less than a takeout, but more than, say, a hack or a back line weight would be.
Shaylin, the youngest player on this team, just 23 years old.
And Krista working hard, but not quite hard enough to get it past that guard up front. Bumping into their own at the back of the house.
And leaving Nunavut, by the way, shot stone now, so bit of a break there for Nunavut.
What do you like? Worst shot.
Try to come in behind.
You ever tried this?
Tap it back.
You can
Drop the
also
other
hit.
side. Drop the other side.
What about drawing down to the other side?
What's that?
You don't like drawing down to the other red?
Okay. Back here?
No, this one.
Yeah. That one.
Do you like that?
Okay.
He's still going to come after our yellow.
It still gives him this, though.
Yeah. Let's try tapping the yellow or coming behind it.
Okay.
I don't even mind the split here, perhaps.
I don't either. I don't like the freeze because unless it's made perfectly, they could be in really big trouble.
The team will take a timeout. We'll hear their conversation, but I do like the split. You bury the rock and the shooter maybe goes over and
He's going to come after this one, yeah.
listen to their
I was just
conversation.
thinking that if I could draw down to this one, then we're 1 and 2. If he goes for that one, we still got this one.
Yeah.
But I
As
mean,
long as you don't roll behind cover, but it's a tough shot to do that, right? You're still going to get in the open, so come
but
on
I
the top of that.
I've still got room to draw down there if you want me to.
I was thinking if you draw to the 2 and you bump out, it's going to be 1 and 2 anyway, and ours going in
Okay,
back.
all right. As long as we don't leave them together.
What do you like here?
Okay, so you're drawing.
Well, as we talked about earlier, you know, if you come down and you split this yellow one, then what you're looking at is, oh, that's very thick. Okay. You know, one over here and maybe one over here type of a situation. Right now, what it looks like they're going to do is it looks like they're going to try and draw in and come in behind their yellow one like this. They'll have to watch to make sure that they don't set up a double for New Brunswick. So we'll see what Nunavut does here.
And if they get the split, it's there. And that'd be a nice little break as well. But
I don't know. Did they
think you're
even
right.
talk about the split?
I didn't hear it, but it might be a possibility here. But they're going to have to bring this deeper. It's a little light, I think.
I was too busy trying to figure out how thick my pen was going to be there.
It's a little light, but it still does protect shot rock.
You know, earlier today we were talking about the right way and the wrong way to miss, and this was the right way to miss. So this was the pro miss. Now they've got a guard on that rock, and Grant Odishaw is going to have to do something with it.
9.5.
Line's good. Line's good. Line straight. Line straight. Hard.
It's good night, bud. 9.
Sam. Whoa. Krista. Hard.
And that will leave New Brunswick sitting shot. So good result for New Brunswick with that run back from Shaylin Park.
Good shot. That curl. Didn't expect that.
I'm surprised with this call from Peter. I thought that he would be trying that draw around again.
Chance to sit 2 here, though, with the hit. That is shot stone they're taking a run at. Maybe that's the thought process, but if you get one buried, that's as good as sitting 2. Probably better. They're going to have to work to keep this on path, though. Just going to over curl, and it will be a flash.
Grant Odishaw, it looks like he's eyeing up that run back, red onto yellow in the top of the house.
Oh, he's going to play the draw, it looks like. Wide draw.
Clockwise turn, wide draw, in from the pole side. I think this is uncharted territory in this game.
Yeah, for sure. See if we can hear Grant.
So we just have to get a second one in there.
Okay. I like this.
You're right, though, Trish. And I don't recall a shot down this path at all. So.
Yep. I got my head up.
So 5-6 indicating that they think it's going to stop in the top of the house. Now saying 7, that's his tee line.
This is what we keep hearing. The numbers keep getting bigger.
Here we go, sliding.
Curl. Good.
That's really nice. Boy, that's a veteran draw by Grant Odishaw.
Great shot.
Yeah. Shoot.
Same shot.
They have left enough space, though, for Peter Mackey to come down on top, give them a little pushback.
Yeah.
His path is late nice.
Good, normal. Hard on.
Peter Mackey's first throw of this 5th end. Nunavut trailing 5-1. Trying to follow Grant Odishaw's shot.
Lots of room, so just for weight. Lots of room. Gotta curl. Gotta curl big time.
That might be a little warm.
Curling now. Yeah. Yeah. For weight. Yep. Shoot.
Is still New Brunswick sitting shot.
Come over. Wait.
Grant had a choice there. He could have played at the yellow and sat 3 anyways, but for the steal, I think he just draw behind. He just made the shot. Do it again.
Yeah, I think both would be good calls, the hitting the flop or the draw. The benefit to throwing the draw is you can have it a little higher in the house.
Draw. What are you doing?
Same spot.
Okay.
I think if you can just nibble the 4 here, that would be ideal.
Great chance here for New Brunswick to really turn up the pressure. Grant Odishaw throwing the same shot he threw on his first.
Curl.
Go.
Five, stop. Gotta go for weight. Krista. No, wait there. Where are you? 7. 6. 7, 6. We're back. Fine.
Oh.
Yep.
So a little bit wider than the first one, I think, but
Just didn't curl up for them, and they've left a little bit of a hit and flop for Peter. Might be a bit of an out for him.
Hit and roll in.
New Brunswick sitting 2.
It's your last shot, right?
Yeah, make sure it's gonna come down.
I could try it on here because the whole half open.
The other option that we heard Peter talk about is he does have a wide open draw to the 4-foot on the opposite side of the house.
Yeah. You can't hit that and roll in though? You can't hit this one and roll in or not?
Yeah, right now, the only thing stopping them from getting setting three is that one yellow on the back. And if I come down to hit that, roll in, and I hang straight, and I roll out, because that last one's hanging too, I lose my yellow, and the other one rolls out, and we get 1, 2, 3. This is they're sitting 2 now, but I'm drawing in for 1.
Okay.
We can do the piece of it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a risk-reward conversation and good explanation by Peter. And I think you'd see most teams playing the draw here to the 4-foot.
Yeah, so Peter talking about being worried about that rock. If he does throw that clockwise turn on the outside pole side, he's worried about it hanging out again and potentially taking his own rock out. That would be disastrous.
Got to find a piece of the 4.
Good, right?
Where is it? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Pretty close.
Close to T. Yeah, look. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Gotta get it in there. Yep.
That looks pretty good.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Good shot.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Pretty great shot by Peter Mackey. Draw for a single against 2. And Nunavut will get a second point. And it will be New Brunswick taking a 5-2 lead and last rock advantage into the 6th end when we come back right after this. Welcome back. Sunday night at the Prince Albert Golf and Curling Centre, opening day of the 2022 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. It is draw 2 action. Nunavut, skipped by Peter Mackey out of the Iqaluit Curling Club, and Grant Odeshaw's team from New Brunswick representing Curl Moncton. And it is New Brunswick with a 5-2 lead and last rock advantage here in this 6th end after Peter Mackey made a lovely draw to the 4-foot, looking at 2 New Brunswick stones, and that'll be a confidence boost, I would think, for this Nunavut team.
I would think so. That last shot of Peter's was definitely clutch. Robin Mackey putting her first stone just short of the rings and taking advantage of the free guard zone.
Pretty good. C-line. Got it, girl.
Hard early. Get out there.
14:09.
Same turn.
Robin being asked to throw a second guard.
Robin's the Director of Human Resources for the City of Iqaluit.
About the same as last one. About the same. Just sweet, I think.
Easy. Whoa, whoa.
On tap hours? Come on.
No, just in front. Just in front. Just in front. Just in front.
I don't want, want 2 guards.
But it's kind of tap hours.
Not enough to go in.
Nope.
Nope.
No, they'll stay out there, so those cannot be removed from play, but certainly a chance for New Brunswick to get another rock in there and have it protected. They're not quite staggered, but
Felt like lots. Yeah, shoot.
Yep. Straight. Whoa.
Krista Flanagan being asked to come around those opposition guards.
Yep. Straight.
Whoa. Yep, hard shake, hard shake.
That was a little heavy,
Hard
but
shake.
there was a chance. He had backing.
Okay.
Good job.
Take the little chap and lie behind the Nunavut guards.
Draw down and tap it.
Pretty good outcome.
You want to try this, Seth?
Sure. Yep. Draw down to it.
Okay,
Tap
how
it.
much you got?
I got about quarter.
Not a
So you
lot
just want me to tap back?
from this angle.
Well, draw down to
Every
it.
draw?
Every draw.
I don't know that it's worth the risk. If you happen to pinch that tight and start to mess around with your own guards, you lose the advantage you've got, the control over the front of the house.
I like Nunavut just lobbing rocks in there too. The more rocks in play, the more chances they have for a steal. They have a chance for
A lot of ice.
throwing a lot of yellow granite in there and see what happens.
that.
Make New Brunswick make some tough shots.
Tight, yeah? Guard.
That will slide to the back of the house and stay in play, but it is still going to be New Brunswick sitting a couple.
Go early if you can.
And Grant wants nothing to do with those yellow stones out there, so Sam Forresto will be asked to play.
And he can remove those rocks because this is the 6th rock that's being thrown. So with the 5 rock free guard zone rule, the 6th rock can remove whatever you'd like.
Kill.
Line. Yep, wait. Line doesn't matter. Whoa,
Just got to be on the high side,
whoa, 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 whoa.
kind of like that. A little jam though. Nope, not enough spin on that. That it'll gear off of the red stone, and it'll leave New Brunswick sitting a couple with no more guards in play.
That worked out really well for New Brunswick.
Here you see the replay.
Drive to it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was heavy, eh?
Top one.
Line's gonna be tight.
A little less.
Where is it?
A little less.
I can only imagine how frustrated
Got room yet?
Nunavut must be. You know, you set them up and then all of a sudden they disappear and you're starting all over again.
Got a curl. Coming down. Still feel.
Really hard. Line straight. Hard. Row.
That's a good shot. That won't be easy for New Brunswick to remove.
Flip the back. It's onto the yellow.
Go. Shot, Amanda.
7.5.
I think even if New Brunswick picks this out of here, they're in a pretty good space. They don't need to save their shooter on this one.
Or conversely, if they lose one of the back ones, it's not the end of the world either, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Yep. Hey, looking for just
11.5.
no bounce.
Yep. Hard check.
No bounce.
Hard check.
Go.
Got to keep this on the high side of it. Looks like it's going to cross the face a little bit.
Whoa.
Not a bad result. A chance for Nunavut to hit and sit 2. And there's some granite building up at the back of the house, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Trish, is you got catchers, and that definitely helps Nunavut.
And Peter really needs to think about where he wants his shooter to land after the shot is made. I mean, ultimately making contact with that shot stone, getting rid of it.
Okay.
But how far do you want this rock to
Yeah.
roll so that you don't set something up that's easy for New Brunswick to take out to remove your yellow rocks?
Where are we? Go. Hard, boys.
Jeff and Robin are going to have to work to hold this. I think it's going to miss the shot stone. See if they can get something at the back of the house. They will remove a New Brunswick stone, but shot rock remains New Brunswick. And here's the replay. It just went across the face. Might have got it started a little.
Just a little bit, I think.
$11.5.
Chance to hit and sit 3 for Shaylin Park.
Halfway high, Mike. Halfway high.
Hands down.
Whoa, Sam. Well, 5.
Down.
Whoa, Sam. Whoa,
Trying to hold us on.
Krista.
Maybe Sam might have overcooked it a little bit to keep it straight. Now Krista's trying to get it to curl a little.
No, the red one. That's
And
okay back there.
get the job done.
Now I guess.
Nice shot.
Try that again.
I guess.
Yeah. There's girls a bit more. So you
Brunswick
need
sitting
whatever else
3.
you need there for that. Same weight.
Is it more ice?
Yeah.
Not too much more.
See a
'cause I
rock
think I
that
was
went
inside.
flying over to from the Northern Ontario New Brunswick sheet ended up, or Northern Ontario Nova Scotia sheet ended up on our sheet. Had to kick one back over there.
Didn't hit our hack, did it? Because our hack's kind of sensitive.
Yep. Yes.
All right, guys. Right up.
Hard guys. Really hard.
Boy, this one might over curl again. I think it will.
And is there a hole?
Well, she'll get one of them out.
All right. Plan B.
Plan B, indeed.
Alright, pull it. 2 line.
Let's draw out here.
It's an interesting call there by Grant in the sense that they're going outside in
Full 8. 2
instead of
line.
inside out, which a lot of teams might do, but I think this line's maybe a little more predictable and they can hold it a little better perhaps.
I don't think it's going to curl as much, but I
Yeah.
think they've seen it before, so they feel comfortable with it. I'm not sure that we've seen a rock thrown inside out on the pole side coming home yet.
5, 4. Is it gonna curl? Gotta go for weight.
Go, push.
Sam and Krista dragging this in.
Yep.
Will it be good enough for third shot?
Sorry, Peter.
It will, I believe.
It's just can't seem to.
Yeah, you can see there, I think, even with the angle of the camera, sometimes distorting the house, but it looks like it is New Brunswick sitting 3.
Then you got things in front of you. If you do that. In back of you, I mean.
Hit here and roll here and behind there. So if I like, hit here and both of them. I think I'm gonna go.
But you got like.
Yeah.
Conversation again about where they want their shooter to land. So hit the rock first, but then where do they want their shooter to roll to? You want to put it in a place that it's difficult for New Brunswick to remove.
Wait, I don't know.
Same the shot you called first. Keep the broom there though. Hit and roll this way.
Again, but I think Nunavut's looking at
So
that
you want nice
scoreboard
over
and giving up 3 is not an option at this point.
Go the other one.
Yeah, they got to get some kind of roll here, like you say, Trish, either
The other
behind
one, I think, would be nice.
the one that was just thrown by New Brunswick or over frozen, but leaving it right in the middle is just kind of gift wrapping it to New Brunswick. You're going to need a double on your last.
If you can freeze right side on that, be nice. Might be asking you too much, though, on that one. I see something on the rock. Something on the rock. Something on the rock. Hair or something. But, yeah.
Yep.
I can hear them saying they think the rock might have caught something, but
Yep.
Something in the rock, so we got it clean.
Yep.
Roll, take your roll.
get a good roll.
Yep.
Oh, great try.
Okay.
There's something on the rock.
Anyway, it's okay for now.
On the rock,
Oh my.
I see what they mean
It's,
by on the rock. It was stuck to the side of the rock.
Yeah. Straw broom.
And I think
From a straw broom.
Jeff was really worried that it might fall off while the rock was moving and then change
did
the
it get
trajectory
there?
of the rock.
But now an open hit to sit 3.
11 and a half.
You know, we talked about the experience factor for Grant Odeshot. He's been at, we mentioned 24 Canadian championships in the past. He's won a pile of medals at those too, by the way. Silver medal at the 2000 Brier, bronze at the 2002 Brier. We mentioned the gold that he won in this event in 1994. 2 silver medals at the mixed. 1991 and 2020. A silver at the seniors in 2018 and a bronze at the seniors in 2017. And he's been an all-star 3 times, twice as a skip at the Canadian Mixed and once as the all-star lead at the Brier. So what a career. Grant Odishaw, and as you might expect from a guy that accomplished, makes the open hit and sticks. And it is New Brunswick sitting 3.
Now, did you hear when Sam told me that he was born the same year that Grant won that gold medal at that mixed championship?
Yeah.
So you.
That's what a front-ender does, keeps the skip a little humbled.
Yeah, absolutely.
It won't. I should have enough that it's gone.
Yeah, that's all we got.
And then he
Yeah.
minus the strawberry.
Peter Mackey's last throw of this 6th end, looking at 3 New Brunswick stones in the rings.
Spin double. Spin double. Open it for 4. Field goal. Field goal.
Hearing anything
Oh
from
my. That was a tough field goal there. You heard them calling it. And
Bring it back. I'll do it again.
as they just said, you could probably throw that 100 times and not make it 100 times if you're trying to.
No, we didn't hear a word from Geneva Chislett. I think she was processing what was going to happen.
The Lions
Wow.
will have backing here.
That curls an inch more and you do have the thin double there, but it is a miss, and now it is a draw for 4 for New Brunswick and a chance to take a 9-2 lead. Just full 12 will get the job done for Grant Odishaw.
I need to go bit. 5, 4.
You got backing.
4, 5. 6, 6, 7. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And there it is, the draw for 4. And it will be Nunavut taking off the gloves and handshakes. And that makes it a 9-2 final for New Brunswick's Team Grant Odishaw from Moncton. A reminder, we will be back on the air tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern. We'll see Team Northern Ontario take on Team Manitoba here at the 2022 Canadian Mixed Championship. For Trish Bibby, I'm Al Cameron saying good night from Prince Albert.
Yeah.